what made these useful is the dashboards that we worked on could be read and interpreted. They were readable, they were accessible, and they were able to be understood. And that's, I think, key for any type of dashboard that if you're going to put effort to building it, like those that the audience that they're intended for need to be able to read and understand them. And one of those things, the key things that we made visible for engineering and product leaders was what were the stated sprint goals of each of the teams. And so, we previously, as we try to help the teams better apply Scrum, one of those key foundational things was what's the stated goal, right? And we didn't focus so much on like, was it worded correctly or was it the right type of, was it goal or initiative? But say something. Just say something that you're working towards. And so teams would do that, but it would be kind of for themselves. It was just kind of for themselves and no one else got exposure to it. But wouldn't it be great if actually middle management directors and SLT, well, not SLT, middle manager directors and senior product managers and engineering managers understood what each team was trying to accomplish in their sprints. And so, we created a dashboard that had every team's stated sprint goal on there. And it was a very quick way for engineering folks to just look at what team's trying to do that sprint and just have an understanding of what's going on everywhere. And even though, there may not be a necessary interaction in there, what that created was just this understanding of, wow, look at this transparency I have to have all these teams. I can see what they're saying they're trying to do. And that just allowed for a conversation starter between anybody. A product director could read what one team might be doing and then start to question, but I need them to do something for me. I thought they were going to do something for me. And it allows them to proactively go ask them a question. Or proactively, wow, that's an interesting sprint goal. What's in your backlog? And then go to that team's backlog. So part of what we were trying to target with the dashboards that would refresh on a daily basis, because it was important to have recent data on there, was to give engineering managers a way to see what's going on and then get some type of signal of should they go ask a question somewhere. So we created a dashboard for goals, and I then started to use, and we created a dashboard that allowed for anyone to go into a team sprint and see what are the tickets in their sprint, what's their progress on the sprint, and then also to see the work distribution. And that, again, allowed for us to help people understand, hey, before you go ask this team to drop everything they're doing, is there something you want to trade off on in their sprint? And so what these dashboards allowed it to do was a faster way to kind of get to those questions than to have to go to Jira, then to figure out, okay, which is the Jira project that the team worked in, and then go from there.
So it was much faster information to the team rather than going into the rabbit hole and finding it itself.
Absolutely. And so once we started that, then we just incrementally added new dashboards to introduce new concepts to the teams, right? What's the size of every team's backlog? Because then that allowed us to be like, well, you have 1,000 ticket backlog. Look at it. So, for example, when we started to kind of look at the size of all the teams' backlogs and put that on a dashboard, you could see teams had huge backlogs and teams had tiny backlogs. Some teams were going hand to mouth. And some teams had a backlog that if they stopped creating tickets, it would take them 2 years to complete. So these types of things, like when you start to provide much more visibility and transparency into the data of like what's in Jira, allows you to start to fix things that you knew it would improve the life of people. Hey, your ticket is, if you stop now, would take you a year to finish. Do you believe all those tickets are valid? No. Oh, you don't? Okay. Let me have a go at identifying tickets I think we might be able to get rid of. And you come back like, hey, here are tickets that were created over a year ago. It represents 25% of your backlog. Are you okay if I just archive them all? And most often not, when you word it in this way, it sounds, people would struggle, be like, no, let's keep them, because it, for them, it doesn't sound logical. So it's also important, as when you're sharing information with folks, like, be very straightforward about what it represents and what it is, and what you recommend could be done with it. And if you often provide it in a very logical, reasonable manner, it makes it hard for people to kind of refuse or say no, they prefer not to, because it doesn't make sense for them to say it out loud. Even though deep down inside, they're like, no, we don't get rid of tickets.
Mm.
So what if that bug comes back? If it comes back, we create a new ticket, right? Or we unarchive it.